What's up everyone, Ryfax here. Today I'm going to do a review on the Artfigures Heavy Armored Special Cop. And yeah, this is, I guess you could say this is based, or is, from, the character Dredd. Yeah, but that's what this is. This is pretty much Dredd from the movie Dredd, not based off Judge Dredd from, Sylvester Stallone and all that, but the new one. Anyways, they're not allowed to call this, Dredd, because they don't really have a license for this, but this thing looks absolutely incredible, and I had to pick it up for myself, because I'm a big fan of the movie. But anyways, up here it says Artfigures, artistic interpretation, and then we see a picture of the Dredd figure, kind of a red, and then this is AF015, and then right here it says warning, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 15 years old. Then we see the Dredd figure again, and then they have their website right there, and then we see that same thing as before, top of the box, and then the bottom of the box, and then when you open it, just has a magnet, opens like that, and it's pretty much just foam, and your figure will be in there in foam. So let me get the figure and I'll show you how that comes out. Alright, here's the figure, the Dredd figure itself. This is a 1/6 scale figure. This stand does not come with the figure. It does not come with the stand at all. This is just to help me prop up the figure and show you. So when you first get the figure, I just would like to remind you quickly that most of his attachments here, like his little wrap for his gun, that go around his leg, you have to attach that all to his leg as well as to his belt. His belt as well is not attached to him, so you have to install or add all these pouches, like this smoke grenade here, this stick grenade here has to be attached to the belt and go all the way around, and all these magazine clips, and in here is a gas mask in this pouch, and then he has his first aid pack, and of course that smoke grenade, and of course you have to slip the belt through this this area that goes to leading to the gun holster, and yeah. See, this area of his pants is like a pleather, and then right here is kind of like a, I guess like a suede, and there goes one of his magazine clips falling off, and his magazine clips do come out like that, so if you want to, like, laying on the ground, like if you just went through a bunch of clips, you can do that. As I said, it feels kind of like a suede. It's not suede, or else this thing would cost a lot more than it does, but yeah. And then his pads, they're kind of hard right there, and his boots kind of have that hardness right here, plasticky, and then go kind of like that suede again, and it's that pleather right here, and then we just go straight up plastic on his boot. Really nice how they did his boots. A lot of detail on it. Just love how they came out. And just look at the soles. Came out really cool. Then we'll take a look at his belt. Oh, his pouches again. And of course this fell off. All you have to do with the his clips here is just kind of slide them on. Of course it's gonna be hard for me because yeah, it's kind of hard to get on there. But anyways, let's continue. His gloves here are kind of that pleather again, and then right here he has like has images of his enemies, I suppose, his targets, and kind of have that pleather here again. And then here we have, I guess, I'm not sure what that is right here, but it's a different material to bend his elbow area so he has better movement. And right here it's just kind of a rubbery area here. And then here's plastic, and then we have on his badge it says Dredd. That is plastic right there. And then here's kind of on his vest is rubber. And then we deal with the same thing on his shoulder armor here. It's just, this one's kind of rubbery as well. Of course we're dealing with the same thing on this other arm as well. And his gun is plastic. Has a good amount of detail on it. And it does come with the, right now I believe it's in silencer mode, and you get another piece like this to put in, like, I suppose like a burst fire. It's actually a little bit shorter. All you do is just pull it out and then stick this one in, and it'll just be a little bit shorter. Really nice. And let's go with his helmet here. As you can see, his helmet is pure plastic. It's like a matte finish right here on the black areas, and then it kind of comes to a glossy red here, and it does have some wear. And if you could tell right there, there's like a scratch, and then there's some scratches right there and right here as well. Then we have that gold accent. I noticed that the prototypes, there's gold accents, there's gold just like this, and like on his badge, on his shoulder armor. For some reason they failed to put that on his shoulder armor here, and as well as here. I don't know why that is so, but no, that is something I will have to mod later, to because I've seen so far a couple people mod them and they've successfully done it. When you first get this figure, his vest is off of him, so, and it does unzip it, and he has like a leather vest under there, under his bulletproof vest. So when you get him, it'll be off of him and you have to put it on him. And let's take a look at the head sculpt. Kind of has like a Lego peg type thing to him to keep the helmet secure. And if you're wondering if worrying about if the head sculpt will get scratched on the helmet here, there's some padding so you won't really have to worry about it getting scratched. If you could see that padding in there. Let's take a look at the head sculpt, and yeah, that looks like a bald Carl Urban to me. Maybe a little bit off, but you know, you're not gonna. Dredd never takes his helmet off. That looks like Dredd to me. It's nice sculpt. I am the law. No, he never says that. I just like that saying though. Anyways, look at that back. They did a great job on this figure. And oh, I forgot about his hand here. He has articulated fingers. It kind of looks weird sometimes. You kind of look at, yeah, like that. It looks really weird, just how it looks. That's why I have him in kind of a fist in this area, at least on this hand, so it doesn't look so bad. But when you look on his gun, I actually like the way it looks when he's holding his gun. It looks great when he's holding his gun. It doesn't look like just some plastic mold. It actually looks like it's somebody wearing a glove. You know, it's not gonna look completely perfect because he's wearing a freaking glove on him, so it's not gonna look completely perfect. And I kind of like that. It looks right to me. It looks really cool. And I think they did a great job on this guy. Came out really cool. I'm really glad to have it. Let me do some articulation on him. As far as elbows, that's about as far as he goes, because he's a little bit hindered by his shoulder armor. And of course his jacket here. And then you could go all the way down to there. Then elbow, straight like that. And then all the way to there. Good articulation as far as there. And then shoulder that way. It's a little bit hindered as far as here. I could probably go back a little bit more, but I'm afraid I'll tear something. And right there. And let's see, as far as ab articulation, go about like that on him, and then go straight like this. Really okay. Ab articulation. As far as side to side, there's really nothing. And let's go for some leg. Go around about there, and he just goes exactly straight right there. Something right where his butt is at is just stopping him completely, just complete halt. As far as knee, that's straight right there, and let's go all the way back to there. There you go. And let's try some ankle. Back, forward, and then side to side. Really cool. He has a little bit of a, seems like there's a little bit of a pivot on his toe. I could just barely see that. But it's not much at all. So let's try head articulation. He could make a full 360 just like that, as far as going down, that is about as down as he goes, and then up, that's about as high as he goes. Let's do that again. Not too much. So yeah. And I believe that's all I got for you. As far as a smoke grenade, I don't know if it comes out. I don't think I could get it out. And as far as his little sticky grenade, I believe that does come out. Yeah, it's pushing up. So yeah, that will come out. But I just can't get it out. I'm afraid to get it out and then I can't get it back in because this thing is kind of a pain to get together the first time you get it. So yeah. And there you go. That is the Dredd from Dredd figure the Artfigures heavy armored super special cop, I should say. He runs, when he first came out, he ran around, I think, 125 or so. He cost me $146 with shipping, and man, that is a great price. For a figure of this caliber, if this were made by Hot Toys, yes, I had to say Hot Toys, you're talking about $200 easy for this guy, and for what I paid, at least what I paid, $146. That's a good deal for what he comes with and how accurate he pretty much is to the movie he's portrayed on. But yeah. Again, the problem is on the prototype, this had gold and gold here, so it's unfortunate that that didn't make it to the final version of the figure. Not sure why it changed or for what, but yeah. I wish I kind of saw a little bit more battle damage to him. Although the only battle damage you really see on him is on the helmet itself. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of a dirty badge and, his shoulder armor, maybe on his gun here. That would have been a nice touch. But again, for $146, you can't complain too much. At least I can't. In comparison to other figures, that I currently own or have seen. So yeah, if you could find them for the price I paid, that's a great price. I highly recommend it. I highly doubt at this moment in time, until they probably make a Dredd 2 movie, that they're going to make something, 1/6 scale at this level of detail for this figure. It's probably going to be a very, very long time till we see anything even like this again. So I highly recommend, if you really like that movie and you find this figure interesting, I highly recommend you pick it up. I think it's a great deal. So that is my review. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.